We are live.
We
Cheers.
sure are.
We're a bit late. A little bit of technical snafus, but I
That's
got one quick.
okay. We got some wine. We get the view. We getting closer to the Pan
Ooh,
Canadian Wine Masterclass in a few weeks. What's
you see
happening
what
with
just
you?
happened?
What's happening with you?
I I swirled and my wine like went flying up like a
Yeah, there you go. Mira's excited, guys. Stay tuned. We're coming right up.
fish.
Well, I tell you. Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country. Mira Boucher,
Carl
how are
Boucher.
you
Hey,
doing?
happy Wine Wednesday.
Happy Wine Wednesday. You know
Carol's
what?
saying bring back the red, and he's got a Chardonnay, but it's definitely a red night for me. There's nights where you're like, this was a hard one, this was a tough one. Let's do red.
That's it. Fuck that. Let's bring the big red. Absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes when there's a slow start, right? Like we just did, tough day, that calls up for a big kick-ass red and a great freaking show. I think we're gonna crush it today, Mira. I think we're gonna have a freaking boatload of fun because there's so much to talk about. There is so much to unfold, and excuse my language, I'm so fucking excited that we are jumping on the plane in less than 3 weeks, heading to Niagara, and we're gonna have so much fun with people from all over the country. Our events are fitting up, and also the plans are set. I think we have fully set the inventory, the itinerary. The inventory is going to be full too when we come back, but that's a different point. But yeah, all of the events are now set, and we have all of our partners lined up, and it's really freaking excited. We're taking Niagara by storm, and we are thrilled. So yeah, welcome, Mira. I mean, that was a heck of a splash that you got to start. I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool, pretty hot. So, how you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. I gotta say. Yeah, we've got some cool, fun stories to tell you guys as well.
Absolutely. Hey, look at my screen. Okay, look at the bottle. They fit perfectly with the cut of the tree behind me.
Yeah, actually.
If
Yeah,
like
it's like
it
you
almost looks
designed
like
it
it
that
was
way,
made on purpose or something.
right?
Eh?
That's right.
Uh,
Oh, Stacy, Jeff, nice to see you guys. They have a game. What a nice night for game. Is it warm where you guys are? Because in the Okanagan, it's been just like spectacular. We have to start our air conditioner early this year. It's great.
yeah. So what I'm hearing, they're having a wet, damp fall, spring out there. As much in Prince Edward County and in Niagara, it's been very wet. But today and yesterday was warm. Everything is drying up. And from what Brian at Vineland, Mister Weather Forecast. He checks that like 6 times a day. That for the next 7 days, it's going to be 20 degrees on the dot in Niagara. So
Oh,
nothing too hot. But Mira, I showed you my phone yesterday. We're expecting a beautiful 29 degrees on Saturday. So
yeah.
it's warming up here. We had another beautiful day. I love my back. I love you. I love your background, Mira. I think it's really, really cool. But I
It's not
think
my
I'm.
usual. It's your
I
usual.
I think I'm settling up with mine. I think it's going to be mine until there's snow. Okay. So that is my new office.
I might
You,
have to just come join you out there. It's so nice.
you know what? You told me a few weeks ago this summer is going to be the summer of my life, and there's nothing stopping me. And guess what?
Mhm.
I'm buying into that because
I love
now
it.
I'm really freaking enjoying it.
It's been too
So
many years that we've sat where Carl's sitting working from dawn till dusk. This summer, we're going to go out on those boats that you see
yeah,
sometimes passing through there.
yeah.
You guys
I'm
pass
gonna
through
work
here, we
early in
go
the
on the boats
morning.
with you.
I'm gonna work early in the morning. Make sure that we're getting some freaking world class wines to our people across the country because I'm sure no one wants to get an empty cellar. No one wants a break from Carl's Wine Club. I don't think so. So we're gonna have world-class wine coming your way on a weekly basis. But I'm telling you something, you are gonna have a lot of fun as well around here. That's for sure. And guess what? The stone
What?
fruits are back. The stone fruits are back.
Yeah. So last summer,
Our fruit stand, right
it
across
opens
like at the corner, is
tomorrow.
opening tomorrow. It's
It
gonna be the
opens
summer of your life,
tomorrow.
baby.
It's amazing. So one of the best memories of my life is going to that fruit stand, like a 10-minute walk from our house. And they had, there's like, you pass like 5 orchards to get there in 10 minutes. Apples, pears, plums, peaches, apricots, nectarines. And there was a branch of this peach tree like hanging over the road a little bit. And I literally reached up and stole a peach and I ate it. And Carl had some, and it was like the juiciest peach in the world. It was
I
just
can I can recall
unbelievable.
it was a Thursday morning. We were walking to the cafe. It was around 6:50 a.m. My taste buds were clean as a virgin. Everything was so tasty, and when I had a bite of that peach, it was like, yeah, I will never forget that explosion in my mouth. It was such an incredible feeling. I know exactly which morning you're talking about. It was incredible.
Yeah, it really was. They say it sounds like me. Sounds like me that I would steal someone's peach, I guess. Hey, it was hanging over the road. I think technically that's not that's on
That's
public
a
property.
conversation who can turn really bad. So
Hey, I have it.
I'm putting my sunglasses on, and I
Oops.
might be starting to say some really wrong things.
Right. Right. So Daryl got me a little confused. He's like, bring back red. And then he's like, I'm not talking wine. And then he says he's talking attire. So does this mean that your outfit will be red when we see you at the Pan Canadian? That would be interesting. Maybe we should like dress Carl up in a red suit or something. That'd be kind of fun. Sue
I'll
Ann will
do
probably
it.
be wearing red. She likes red a lot.
I'll do it.
And
I'll do it. Should I
gold
bring my
forbidden
white
fruit,
suit?
yes. Yeah, so the guys, there was this one time that a bunch of people were coming over to taste wine with us,
That's not a
and
funny
everyone
story.
was like,
I would stop right there.
everyone was
Oh,
like, "Oh, let's dress up 70s." Everybody dress up 70s because we have kind of a 70s house. And so we brought all the 70s stuff, and everyone brought like 70s Tupperware and 70s things. But we sure tried to dress up as 70s. I couldn't find 70s things, so that was my excuse. But Carl went through his whole closet. He found a lot of 70s things. He was quite decked out. And then when everyone arrived, nobody had dressed up 70s. So
I'm still pissed about it. I'm still telling Rob Hammersley every time I see him.
yeah,
Yeah.
so key party, is that when you hand in your keys at the door? Oh, what did I wear? I wore red. You're right. Red suits me. Yes, I agree. I need to do red next time. More red shirts, please.
We're gonna fill the suitcase with red shirt.
Carl was
How?
alive in the 70s, but I was not. Um,
Okay, well that's not going well right now.
but what I did want to say too is apparently there is smoke from the Manitoba fire in Ontario today and yesterday. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know we have members in Manitoba dealing with that fire, and I'm seeing pictures and that looks awful. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
On a brighter note, I guess. Jeanette and Danny, you guys are excited. We're excited too. So everyone here, I think, is going to be at the Pan Canadian, from what I can tell. Maybe not Leslie. I think Leslie's mentioned can't make it. But yeah, and then Tracy says they're in Stokes Bay. That sounds very rural. Hopefully, you're not getting eaten by mosquitoes. Jim's mom has drank all my wine. Oh my God.
What?
She sounds like a party animal.
Okay, that's not good. We need to fix that. For God's sake. Yes. Oh, and by the way, Jim,
Hologram
I have.
over some wine.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So,
Jim, I have
Carl,
an answer for you. Your three
yes,
bottles of Solvero was missing in the box are on the way. I think they left last week, so it should be getting to your address in Tavistock in any day now. So
well, they're not
yeah.
there. So,
Sometimes like I don't reply to every single email, and I end up like the day after, I'm like, shit, I didn't reply to Jim, and boom, he's here live with me. So instead to
there you
go
go.
back, I'm to type the response like, Jim, the 3 missing bottles are on the way. There you go.
Oh, Jim is home. Good. Jim's going to have a nice
Jim's home, so Tracy's partying
Oh,
on
they
her
showed
own.
up today. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Awesome. See, I'm not lying.
See?
Not lying.
Mike, Jen, nice to see you guys. Good evening. Good evening.
So
What we've got in your glass there, Carl, is a red wine. Do you have
it
other
sure is
things?
a red wine, and it's not a Cap Franc. There's definitely not a Pinot Noir. It's not a Gamay. This is pretty deep, pretty dark. And this is not a Merlot. I'm a little bit confused. I'm not sure what the frick you put in there.
So you said this is not a Cab Franc. You're sure about that?
It doesn't smell like Cap Franc to me.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, well now you just told me. So it's really dark and deep for a Cap Franc. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Huh.
It is very different. And I will be able to tell you why. But that's funny that you started with that. It's not a Cab Franc. But it is.
Fuck, that's big.
Yeah.
This is
You thought it's
humongous.
too big. It's too like on the nose too. You thought it was too big to be a Cab Franc?
It was not smelling like Cap Franc.
Okay. Okay.
But I guess it tastes like it, but really big. It's a humongous wine. If I had to compare, I would say it's in the same type of style of Painted Rock 2021. Like it's like big but tannic. This is not extremely tannic. Well, yeah, there's tannin. Yeah, it's a monster wine. It's an absolute fucking monster wine. Yeah, on the nose. That's funny, eh? When you got me the glass, I got a few sniff, and I was like, look at the color. I'm like, this is a Petit Verdot. That's the first thing that crossed my mind. I thought it was a PV.
That would make sense, actually. You're right. Yeah.
There's that floral component. There's a little bit like of an iodine type of smell. And like really deep and really concentrated.
I really do like the nose. It's pretty intriguing. Yeah, and a teeny bit of that florality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steven, it's nice to see you.
So
look at that. No, it is very deep in color. So
yeah,
really threw Carl for a. So we know it's a Cab Franc. What else do we know? Is it from BC, Ontario, Nova Scotia, Quebec? What do you think?
I don't have any Cab Franc from Nova Scotia in the house, so scratch that.
That'd be pretty rare. I don't think they grow much Cab Franc.
I think there's
almost at all.
Benjamin Bridge has a 1.5 acre of Cab Franc in Gaspereau Valley. Yeah, not even a joke. And it's not only a test, like a test block or anything. They make wine from it. Yeah, so it was. I was
Ontario. Oh my God, Steven, you're good. You're very good. Like through the screen, he can. Amazing. We must have good lighting or something. Or no, I think he's just got good eyes. That's awesome.
So it has to be Niagara on the Lake if it's what it like. I don't know. It's big. It's big.
Not Niagara on the Lake. It is Niagara, though. You're in the right area. You know, you know now.
mm, mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're about to get a big seller restock because there's varietal marathons coming up that we do need to announce very shortly.
Is it a wine? Is it a winery who's not in Niagara who makes a wine from Niagara?
Nope. Oh, actually, actually, yes.
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly
Yeah.
which bottle it is. And it's
Okay.
very delicious. Yeah.
It
So
is.
there's a little bit of the natural, the wine style in there that comes in the plate that fucked me up a bit on the nose.
Yeah, I
No,
can
it's
see.
not Bellaterra. I know exactly which bottle it is. It's Wismer Foxcroft Vineyard, made by Trail Estate, made by Beckenzie Brisebois in Prince Edward County. That's the
Yeah.
wine.
So what I was saying with restock of seller, he now like we're down like I don't know 30% of our usual stock, so he knows what is in there way more clearly than usual. So
Yeah. Yeah, this is really delicious though. This is really like the palate, the nose at that point here, the nose and the palate doesn't match though. It's a little confusing on blind taste. The palate is freaking ridiculously good. Uh,
so it's Trail
and
Estate
it's not as heavy
Foxcroft.
as I was like expecting just from the first couple sniff, and
You're
it
right.
is big. It's
There's
surely
definitely a
big.
freshness to it.
Yeah, it's 2020 vintage, eh? It
Mm.
has to be.
Well, it does say CF20, so I assume that's CF 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
CF20, Cap Front 2020. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Trail
that makes sense.
Estate 14.4%. Okay. So Trail is based in Prince Edward County in Hillier, about 4 hours east of Toronto and Niagara. On the way to Ottawa, if you're going from Toronto to Ottawa, you would pass through by Prince Edward County. And Trail Estate is there. Trail Estate is kind of known for natural wine. They go really geeky on some of their wines. So this is no different. They did 135 cases, wild ferment, unfined, unfiltered, 2020 big, obviously, big vintage, 2020 Cab Franc, and it's VQA 20 mile bench, Foxcroft Vineyard, where we have been with you guys when we went, last fall with Thomas Batchelor to Foxcroft, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. This is definitely a
Yeah, a proper red. Yes, yes. Is the kind of red like just instinctively, I was like, I want a proper red. And I didn't know this would be a proper red, but just like I just
I
like
mean, you
closed my
nailed it.
eyes
You
and
nailed it.
grabbed
You
one,
nailed it.
and that was the one. So it was just the very much
There's some humph into that. Like there's some big, it's a big like yeah. This one has balls.
right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It absolutely delivers. I wish I had the bottle nearby because I would top that up. That's for sure. But yeah, no, outstanding. What a great choice. I give that 92 points.
It's a beauty.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Like I said, the nose tricked me a bit. Um, the color is so deep, and you know what? Like the cloudiness of that unfiltered, and we don't have a ton of Cap Franc unfine unfiltered that style. So you really threw me a curveball on that. So. But and that's why I thought like something like Petit Verdot, the nose, and like it didn't look like Cap Franc, and boom. Yeah, you got me. You got me. This is a big boy. This is the fun wine. It's not over the top unbalanced though. It's not. There's
No, it's
some
not. No,
like
there's a
yeah.
freshness and a balance
Oof.
for sure.
Oof, that's good. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, Jim. So far, Clausen Chase is like as soon as we can get to Peck, Clausen Chase, Keith Tires. We've gotten to know him with the last two Pan Canadians. Gotta stop there. He's amazing. They're amazing. But yeah,
He has to be one of my top 5 people that I just love the most in the entire industry. I fucking love that guy. He's
guy.
just such a good, and
Such a good guy.
he's a self-taught
Yeah,
winemaker.
and very good. Very good.
Very good. This guy's a freaking genius.
Yeah, no, we love
And
it.
just to confirm, we had because we love him so much, and I have to tell a story. I It's a winemaker making a special request for the Pan Canadian. I'll tell you why Keith Tyre is back on the lineup. He was not supposed to, and he literally, that's the kind of guy. Like, okay, guys, listen to that story. This is I haven't told that story to not even to you, Mira. I told it to him this week when I called. But first and foremost, post Pan Canadian, we did a debrief, and Keith said, Carl, he flew out here last year. He stayed at our house for a couple nights, and he really enjoyed the hospitality. We became pretty close friends. He has a son who plays baseball in college in the States. I coached 3 teams of baseball last year, so we connected on that front. So we drove him around to do some tasting in the Okanagan. Long story short, at the end, post Pan Canadian, we brainstormed, and he said, Carl, you know what? Prince Edward County has so much to offer. It's my second years with you guys. I would love to be involved in any way, shape, or form next year, but I would like you guys to feature a different Prince Edward County winery. I'm going to give my spot. I'm like, no way, man. Like, he's like, no, I want your members to discover something else in Clausen Chase because Prince Edward County. So that's just the kind of guy, right? So introduced us to Mackenzie Brisebois and Alex Sproul at Trail Estate and blah, blah, blah. The year went on, and here we are. Trail got a Chardonnay in the and I told Keith, we want to keep you involved, and he keeps calling me. What I'm gonna do? Do I cook? Should I cook a barbecue?
You know, Keith is really into Pinot Noir, obviously, and he's made some of our highest rated Pinot Noirs. And he went to, what's it called? Pinot something, like a very, very high end Pinot Noir tasting over like 3 days or something. What's it called?
Oh, it was at in Oregon, like that crazy, yeah.
And he said there, people take turns, and they will like help do a massive salmon cook-off or a
that's
barbecue.
True. We talked about that. I forgot.
So he said we should do that, and he was willing to help barbecue things up. I think the trouble is with us flying in. It's sometimes we're like, okay, well, we can't like run around and find barbecues and bring them over and all this kind of stuff. So we just got caterers. But
so I told Keith, I think
my dream, especially when we go to freaking Nova Scotia one day to do the lobster boil. It's still
absolutely
my dream, something crazy like that.
100%. So let me finish my story with Keith.
Yeah.
So we'll say, okay, we're deciding, okay, Keith, we're going to put one of your wine in the dinner. Call Sue-Ann and say, hey, do you mind if we pour a Clausen Chase at the dinner after the Pan Canadian? She's like, oh, of course. So in the meantime, we're talking with Marcel for the wine for the reception. We came up with the idea of the wine garden. So Marcel comes up and he's like, you know what, Carl? Fuck that. I want to make it big. I want at least 15 wine stations. I want at least 15 different wineries pouring their wines at the welcome reception. I'm like, holy smokes. Okay. So obviously my first thought, right? Keith, do you want to pour a wine at the welcome reception? He's like, absolutely. Whatever you need me to do, we'll do. A couple weeks ago, I had a really hard time to find which wine from Da Silva Vineyard we will pour. We've been bouncing back and forth, Richard and I. Should we do your Cap Franc? Should we do your Chenin Blanc? Blah, blah, blah. I think we changed our mind 15 times. And finally, he's like, Carl, I really want to pour my Pinot. I want to pour my Pinot Noir. And if I can do that, that's what I want to do. So I look at my lineup and it's like, fuck, we don't have a flight of Pinot Noir in the Pan Canadian this year. So now I'm thinking, what should I do? What should I do? And Richard's like, you know what, Carl? I want to pour my Pinot Noir and I want to pour my Pinot Noir side by side with Clausen Chase and Keats wines. I'm like, Keats is not part of the lineup. He said, I don't care. Just put him in the freaking lineup. So I want to pour my wine. I want to be the panelist side by side with Keith Tyre because he's my favorite guy. That's how it happened. I was like, really? So Keith called back Keith. I said, Keith, do you want to be part of the main lineup? He's like, bye. And you know what? Like, I want other people. He's like, no, it's a special request. Richard wants to present his Pinot beside your Pinot.
That is so
now,
cool.
when we're coming back, before we go in the intermission, our wine number 6 and 7. It's 2022 De Silva Vineyard Pinot Noir
Wow.
alongside 2022 Claus and Chase Le South Clos.
That's
And there's going to be two panelists in front, and it was going to be Keith Dyer and Richard De Silva. So you better buckle up, because that 20 minutes of tasting two Pinot Noir, one from Prince Edward County, one from the Naramata Bench, might be the absolute highlight of the Pan Canadian Masterclass 3.0 this year.
Yes.
So that's
Daryl,
the
I mean,
story.
you know, at some point in the planning, we're like, I don't know if we can do a Pinot Noir flight. I don't know. And guess what? You've got not just a Pinot Noir flight and a Chardonnay flight, but you've got a Merlot flight. So I think Daryl should be well taken care of. And
Yeah,
be
but
able to
I can't
extend the
hear
Cab
him.
Franc flight.
I can't hear him. Yeah, but there's a fucking Cap Franc flight. And there's 3 Cap Franc in the flight. But yeah, just to
Daryl is
let
gonna
people
bring his
know.
own magnum of Cab Franc, so he's never without.
Yeah. And for people who've been
Personalized.
some of you guys have been part of the masterclass for the first 2 years, and you're like the 1.0 and the 2.0, we were focusing on different sub-region, and we had one wine of each varietal. This year we have changed a little bit of the format, and we're going grape varietals alongside each other. So we have a Chardonnay flight, a Pinot flight, a Merlot flight, a Syrah flight, and so we have 2 wines standalone. We have the welcome wine, but the first wine will be the bubbly from Benjamin Bridge, something which doesn't exist on their website. This is a special cuvée called Élevage, aged in oak barrel. So I can't wait for that. And the other standalone wine, it's the Dobbin Riesling, the white cap Dobbin Riesling, because Peter Gamble is gonna do a presentation on Riesling, and I thought, like, I don't think there's anyone big enough to be standing beside Peter Gamble for 30 minutes and talk about Riesling. The any other person that I could have seen was Suan, but Suan wanted to feature a Cap Franc this year. So you know what? I choose to not put another Riesling, because I just thought that it might not be fair for the poor person sitting beside Peter Gamble talking Riesling wine. So that's a little bit of the explanation of why the Riesling will be standalone.
Yeah, he's quite the legend. He sure is.
So yeah.
I think a few of the wineries in the lineup for the Pan Canadian were kind of started with Peter and Anne's consulting savvy and skills. So they're quite prolific in their Canadian winemaking background, let's say.
The influence they had across the country is like they're like you know, when you talk about sports, right, and you have coaches, you have their coaching trees, right? The coach who's been coaching in football for 30 years, he has all of these assistants who grew up to become head coach over the years, and they have their own look at you crushed that, hey?
It's pretty crushable. It's different because it is that unfined, unfiltered wild ferment. So a little weird, but
yeah. So my point to that is, yeah, Peter and Anne have their own winemaking trees themselves, in terms of the influence they had over the years across the country. And we're blessed enough that not only they're going to be there at the Pan Canadian and going to have a wine in the panel, and we're going to have Peter talking Rieslings for 15 or whatever time it's going to take, but we're also going to take our people at Dobbin, which is an incredible project. Mira and I had the absolute privilege to sit up at the tower tasting with Ann, Peter, and Nathan Dobbin, and also what's his name? The assistant winemaker, awesome guy. I traveled twice with him. Oh man, I hope he doesn't look at the show. He would tell him I'm a freaking idiot.
I'm not sure which. This is for which winery?
Dobbin.
Oh, Dave.
Dave. You're so good. Thank you. I stayed with him in Montreal, and we shared an Airbnb, and we were in Vegas together. Wow. Yes. Thank you. You saved my ass right there. But So that's a bit of the main event. I mean, if you guys want me to talk more about what's going to be involved in the main event, that's a little bit what, in the nutshell. Um, but there's more to that. I wanted to talk about the welcome reception because Marcel is turning that just little simple welcome reception into an absolute festival. Uh, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, he had a plan to go to Europe for 10 days, and he was supposed to go to Denmark and Norway and blah. It's like big promotion. He had to cancel last minute for unfortunate reason, but he's like, hey, I'm back. I have time to promote it and time to organize it with you. Let's take it to the next level. I said, what do you mean? He's like, I think 4 or 5 wine station is not enough. I want 15. I'm like, what? So yeah.
It's gonna be
So
good.
it's gonna be freaking awesome. We have wine from all over the country who's gonna be in that wine garden. So we just got the cater this afternoon, and now we're reaching out to many of our contacts in the Ontario wine industry just to come and show up and just to have freaking fun with us. So it's gonna be an awesome party. Hopefully, we're gonna get 100 people there. So don't
Yeah,
miss
and it's
out. Don't
pretty
miss out on the
casual.
welcome
It's a
reception.
fun one because you get to taste. So the Pan Canadian itself on Saturday the 21st is 15 wines, and if you're staying for dinner, there's more that you can taste from coast to coast. Many of the winemakers are there with us, but the welcome reception is a third of the price. It's casual. You still get to chat with winemakers. They're pouring a lot of their wines, and that also has 15 wines. So right? We're up to at least 12 or 15 now. Yeah. And they're different wines than the ones on Saturday. So it is worth it to go to both if you can. But if you have to pick one, I mean,
Yeah, a little bit more laid back, a little bit more casual. The wines are going to be a little bit more approachable. I mean, it's not the same curated top of wines. No, we're going to have some fantastic wine. Like Rob and at Black Market is going to feature his not released yet Chardonnay.
yeah.
Which is, by the way, spectacular. So yeah, so we're gonna have some really cool stuff. Like Elias Senchuk's gonna pour his brand new concrete Sauvignon Blanc, which just released. Yeah. I know
Has he
you
ever done
love
a
that.
concrete SB before?
Yes, he did
He
before
did.
under the Geek series, I think, and the last one had partial concrete, and I think this one he went under like he went all concrete. I don't quote me on that. It might be, but I think anyway. um, the Okanagan Crush Pad Haywire Wineries are gonna pour their 2014 the Bob. Like we're gonna
Yeah,
have a
so good.
2014 traditional method at the wine
Yeah,
garden, so pretty
delicious.
cool right there. I think another sparkling Vineland's gonna pour their Pinot Meunier sparkling. There's that. I'm gonna confirm with Trail tomorrow which one of their Patnat they're gonna pour. Uh, who else? Who else? Oh, Shea Code.
Yeah.
Shea Code is sending his 2022 Pinot Noir cuvee to be
Yeah.
tasted there. Clos du Soleil is sending will have the Celestia, which is a blend of Sauv Blanc Semillon, I believe, the 22 vintage. There's that. Richard will pour his new Chenin Blanc. So that's going to be, Adam Kern. Adam Kern's going to pour his fantastic 2020 Gamay at
Yeah,
Kern
so
and
this is
Co.
one of those sleeper
Yeah.
discoveries, Kern and Co. Tiny, super tiny production, right?
Yep.
Someone who Adam Kern is a winemaker at a different winery, I believe, right? Or is this his
Yeah, he
main?
has different project that he makes wine
Mhm.
here and there, but also have his own.
Yeah.
Um,
So this is his own
so
brand, and I mean, super impressive bottles when we
oh
open them.
shit, absolutely.
They look fantastic. Like they just look so solid and plush. And then the wines are spectacular. So it's
Remember
pretty
that
cool.
Cap Franc, the Foxcroft Cap Franc, the
Yes.
18? Ha!
So
I
good,
mean,
right?
I mean,
So
yeah.
good. Richard's 16 Merlot is freaking awesome. Yes, it is. I
Yeah,
love it.
absolutely.
And
That's
the
why
12
we put
mil.
that wine in that rare BC wine pack that we did.
Yes,
I think it was late last year. Like, yeah, that's 16 Merlot. It's quiet something. I
it
agree
really
with you,
is.
Daryl. Uh,
Um,
hey, the flies are starting. Get out of here.
oh no. Hey, there's something pretty cool that we sent out to members the last day or two, and something else coming your way tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So the last day
Yeah,
or
let's
two.
talk about it a bit.
Well,
Let's talk
okay,
about
let's start from the beginning. There's this, which you guys heard about last week, which is our 5th anniversary red blend.
yeah.
And it is a mix of 2 clones of Cab Franc from opposite sides of that vineyard that Brian is sitting on the tailgate there. Some of you, Mike, some of you were there when we tasted those 2 clones of Cab Franc, and now they're coming together in one bottle for our 5th anniversary red. So that's pretty cool. And I know a lot of you have already ordered. I think everyone knows you can enter to win a weekend in the Okanagan with us, where we'll cover your accommodations, we'll cover your lunches, and we'll cover your wine touring for 2 days and your transportation. So it's pretty spectacular. And it's not just normal wine touring, of course, it's with us.
Nope.
So it'll
Nope.
be behind the
Nope.
scenes. It'll be pretty VIP. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
members only.
Imagine yourself tasting wines in the barrels with Richard De Silva or something like vertical tasting with Rob Amersley, like something like yeah, yeah. Maybe it takes you to do a XYZ at Esther Creek or like some like all the stuff that you would not even imagine in your wildest dream. So yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Tracy said she can't wait. You can't wait to win because Daryl told us that if you guys buy a case, you will win no matter what. So because you're winning every
Oh,
contest.
yeah, I see someone on this stream just increase their chances of winning, so this is very good. And there's only 75 cases of that one, and
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
they're
thing,
going
right?
pretty fast. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the link if anyone wants to do that one. And so the 5th anniversary wine. And then what else do we have? Because we also
That's
have,
Danny and Jeanette. That's Danny and Jeanette.
yeah.
Well done, you
Again, don't
guys.
shout out people's names, Carl, because last time we ruined someone's like birthday surprise or something.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
did.
yeah.
I did.
Ma.
Not you. Uh,
Hey, do
maybe
you have a
somebody like, what?
kid around? Do you have a kid available upstairs?
I don't. I don't see any children here.
No.
Why?
Okay. Well, I would have said like you can give them that bottle of Cap Franc so they can come and top me up. And but yeah, I mean, since when, Mira, we do a live with one bottle of wine open?
No,
I
I
mean,
know it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
okay, yeah. We need to work that out. Okay, I have something that we haven't mentioned. It's we just finalized yesterday our Friday touring, and I think it's a
Yeah.
very important development because our Friday touring, which start at Vineland Estate, where we're going to go tailgating in the vineyard, see the 214 and the 327 clone side by side, blah, blah, blah. So what you just show with the Carl's Wine Club 5th anniversary celebration red, we're going to leave it with Brian Schmid on Friday, the day before the Pan Canadian, the day after the welcome reception. We're starting our day at 10 o'clock with Brian doing just that. Okay. But after that, that's what I finalized yesterday. We're going to go to Good Earth. Good Earth Cafe is a really, really, really cool place in Niagara where they make fantastic food and they make their own wines. The cafe is right in the vineyard. And the winemaker for Good Earth. I don't know if there's a lot of people who know that, but it's Ilya Senchuk. And I'm sure that if you've been a friend of the show, if you're a VIP, you've heard of Ilya Senchuk before. If not, well, Ilya Senchuk is the owner, winemaker at Leaning Post. So one of the utmost talented winemaker in Canada. Elia makes the wine at Good Earth, and he's been doing it for many years. So I called up Elia because we had other things to talk about, and I was telling him that I haven't found a place to have the kind of lunch that I was hoping for. He's like, "Huh, there you go." So we talk about it. So we're gonna go to Good Earth for to lunch after we spend the morning with Brian Schmidt. And after that, because we want to keep going, we're going to keep having you in a different vineyard, do more vineyard walk, learn more about what grows. So Elia said, "How about we go at Leaning Post Vineyard, and we can do that too." So on the Friday, you'll spend your day with Brian Schmidt and Ilya Sanchuk. Not a bad duo. And Mira Boucher on top of it. So, I mean, this is a heck of a trio of special guests.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
So that's the Friday, and it's in the book. That's it's all finalized. So this is really, really exciting. I'm really thrilled about that.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. And on the other wine discovery side, we have two things going on this week as well, right? So there's the Members Red, which will keep going until it sells out. So probably at least a few more weeks. July 1st is the draw for the big giveaway of a weekend with us in the Okanagan. And that's when they start to ship out, because July 1st is Canada Day, and it's our official 5-year anniversary. We launched on Canada Day. Patriotic before it was popular, you know, like, hey, it's Canada Day, let's do Canadian wine. And people are like, we make wine in Canada? What?
And I got like so many people in my circle, close circles, like, you're going to focus on what? On Canadian wines? Why? Why? I spent 25
years. You were like that. You were like that like 8 years ago, until WestJet, the CEO of WestJet at the time was one of Carl's
Greg Saretsky
collector clients, because Carl used to just work with a couple hundred collectors and just basically help them stock up their cellar every week. And Greg said, yeah, we really want Canadian wine on board WestJet because we're a Canadian company. And Carl's like, but we don't really make that much wine in Canada. I don't know if it's good. He was
he said to that, I'm sure you can figure it out.
And he sure did. He sure did, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of wine on airlines, Karen is here, and she posted last week that there is Bellaterra Cab Merlot, the one that we had access to at the club as a club, that nobody else had access to, because after we had access, it got in as one of the wines on Air Canada. And so the only way you could access that wine ever is if you were in Carl's Wine Club at that time and got it, or if you fly Air Canada, because they need a lot of volume. That's part of the trouble with the airlines, right?
And it's also how much they want to pay.
Yes. So they're like, if you can give me 20,000 cases at like $2 a bottle, then we'll put it on the airline.
I remember when the first request for tender came out, and when they gave me the data at the beginning, it's like, yeah, they wanted to pay $4.06 at the top line for the top wine. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? What?
So I think it's gotten a little better since.
Yeah. I remember at the end we had $7.53 budget, and it took me like months and months to almost double that budget. But at the beginning, and the only thing especially here in Canada, I couldn't find anything at that price when we hit the $7. And like Marcel will always says, it's a great exposure. So that bottle, he doesn't make a penny, that's for sure. But he sure has a good exposure being on Air Canada. So yeah, so that's for our Pan Canadian lineup, activities, and wherever we're gonna do it all together from Thursday, June the 19th, all the way to Sunday, June the 22nd. Now, staying on the Pan Canadian topic, Mira wanted me to put something together that it's very exclusive, that you can't get anywhere, and our people will feel like to put the Pan Canadian in a box, literally in a half a box of wine. That's literally what she asked. I want you to put something rare, something at minimum 92 points, and it's a Pan Canadian take home, basically. So my thing in life it's to find good stuff. She had all the ideas and she put me to work. So
And
I
you have to
came
go
up.
look, this is what you'd have to do if you wanted to find these
That
bottles.
is an awesome map. Fucking love that.
Like 62 hours, 5,851 kilometers. But the catch is that even if you did that and you showed up at all these wineries, 2 of these wines wouldn't be anywhere. You'd have to really, really sweet talk them.
Imagine the disappointment. You go to your first stop, which is in the Atlantic province near the Bay de Fundy, okay? In okay, Nova Scotia, you get to Benjamin Bridge, you got there, okay? Doesn't matter where you from, but this is your first stop. You finally get your fucking ass in Gaspereau Valley by the Big Fundy in Nova Scotia. And so I'm here to pick up the non-vintage Elevage. And the little girl at the tasting room said, "What? Yeah, I want a bottle of Elevage non-vintage." She would be like, "What do you, what is that?" Oh, because it's a wine that Carl's Wine Club. We have that in sorry, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. And here is Jean-Benoit Delaurier, winemaker, walking in the room and say, excuse me, I can help here. There's a few barrels that we made. That wine's been aging for 4 years in barrel down below. And we did couple cases, especially for Carl's Wine Club and the Pan Canadian Masterclass. So that's one of the bottles that we have in here. So the one on the left is the so yeah, that's a one of the wine that you cannot get your hands anywhere. You can go try and go on the Benjamin Bridge website and good luck. And God has a funny sense of humor because the day that we're about to send that email, I realized that I don't have a freaking bottle for that. And at the moment that I'm putting my hair and saying how I'm gonna find like I don't even know what this looks like. I got a phone call from Suwanta. I just got a box from Nova Scotia. I'm like, oh, open the box, send me a picture, please. So I finally understand that, yeah, perfect. So the wines arrive at so this is a really rare bottle. They just bottled a few like 20 like couple cases of that. So it's gonna be super cool.
Amazing.
So that
we're talking cheese in the chat, Carl. We're talking cheese.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to follow at the same time. I'm like, I have no clue what's going on. So I will keep doing my Pan Canadian tour if you don't mind, okay? So you go to Nova Scotia, you go to Benjamin Bridge in the Gaspereau Valley, you ask for a bottle of non-vintage Elevage, and they look at you like if you have 3 eyes in there on your forehead. So after that, you say, okay, now it's time to go, and then we're gonna go to Niagara. And I'm going to stop at one of the very, very top winemaker in the country. And apparently these are 94 plus points Chardonnay in that box. And I'm going to go ask Nadia Senchuk if she has some 2021 Senchuk Vineyard Chardonnay. And she's probably going to say, ha, you know what you're talking about, eh? So yeah, just released. And I had such a fun call with Ilya this week, and I was telling him about how much I love the 21. 21 is a kind of controversial vintage in Niagara for a few reasons, because it was so damp around harvest that it fucked up. It messed up. Sorry, I've been swearing a lot tonight. They messed up. I know, sorry about that. It messed up the harvest, but some wineries have made some outstanding wines from 2021. My Senchuk Chardonnay is rated higher than my 2020 Senchuk, than my rating for the 2020 Senchuk.
Wow.
My 2021 is rated as high as the 19 Senchuk. And Elia said, "Oh my God, you're one of the only one to get it." Like everyone, like the critics are bashing 21 as much as they can. And Elia said it's one of my favorite vintage because we were able to get that fruit before it gets super rainy. And we had so much great fruit because remember, 21 was on par to be as prolific as 2020 until mid September arise and become.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, sorry, I just said 7K or something. I was like, oh, what is that? Are you sending me some psychedelic or subliminal message? It was no book. No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, I just saw comments with 7M in it, and I thought it was
No, it was maybe the cheese discussion. Very
okay,
serious.
okay. Anyway, 2021 Sanchuk Chardonnay would be your second stop across Canada, and this is a really, really, really good wine. I don't care what critics says, other critics. I don't. This is a 94 plus in my like my score, and I will stand beside that for a long time. I freaking love that. One of the top Chardonnay this year. So when you're done with that, now you're gonna go. This is your shortest drive of all. You're gonna go from the Lincoln Lake Shore appellation, and you're gonna go to Siouan because Siouan is the host of the Pan Canadian. So we felt, Mira and I, we absolutely had to put a bottle of Siouan in that pack. And this is our 2018 Chestnut Tree Cabernet Franc. This wine will age for 15 years. This wine is a beast. 92 plus points. Siouan, super cool story of the Chestnut Tree Cab Franc. It's our third stop. And from Siouan, now you have to to trek all the way to BC. And you drove across Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and you get to the Okanagan Valley. And first you stop at the on the Naramata bench, and you go see Richard De Silva, and you ask for this best Pinot that is made since 2016, and it's going to give you his 2022 Pinot Noir De Silva that I rated 93 plus point, outstanding Pinot, just got on the market. So when you're done with Richard, there's two more stops if you want to finish your six pack. You go and you
It's
have
quite
to
an
stop.
epic country, so
Yeah. You have to stop in Caledon, and you have to
big country.
go at Black Market to ask Michelle or Rob to get a bottle of the 2020 Estate Merlot. And they will say, what are you talking about? This wine is not on the market like for years. I mean, we're on the
Library wine.
2022s. We're on the 2022s. He said, yeah, but you say, yeah, but I have a password. I had the code word. The code word is Carl's Wine Club. So you can get a bottle. So Rob's going to go down in his little cellar and he saved a couple cases to put in that very special pack. So we have 2020 Estate Merlot here in that Pan Canadian pack. And the last, but none the least, when you leave Caledon, you have to go all the way to the Similkameen Valley. 45 minutes, completely south, and in the rugged and very, very, very special Similkameen, there's a place called Clos du Soleil, and their 2022 Syrah was so outstanding, and at that price point and everything, I give it a 93 plus point, and that will finish your pack.
Cross-country tour in a box. And so what's cool about this pack is the wineries involved are each of them is going to put a little bonus in there. Maybe it's a free tasting if you go to the winery. Maybe it's a like a coupon the next time you want to buy wine from them. And everybody who gets this pack will also get a video, just like a private video link where you can get little insights about each wine and region from the winemakers and Carl. So it's a much more than just a wine pack, and something that you would be hard pressed to find. Well, actually, anywhere else on the planet. There's no one that's got access to these wines or that level of curation to know, where to go, what to get. That's really going to blow your socks off and represent Canada, like coast to coast. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is 6 of the 15 bottles that you're going to taste at the Pan Canadian. If you have the chance to be with us on site, it's 6 of the 15. There's another 9 that obviously at some point there's so much I can do. I don't have a box of 15, and I think I would run out of gas.
Yeah, you'd have to go
Yeah,
across the country.
yeah. So
To pick
that's
them
our
up.
collector Pan Canadian at home little gift from us to you guys. Yeah, a very special pack. There's not many of them, to be honest with you. We have 2 cases of each wine, so it's 24 6-pack available. And there's already been people purchasing today, so do it quick. By the time that we're at the Pan Canadian, this pack is going to be sold out, long sold out. So if you want that, it's a very limited edition, and this is a from us to you, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's been fun. It's been fun curating that. I had and just watch Mira building that little map and telling me how many kilometers and all that. It's really, really, really fun.
Yeah, super fun. Are we still selling glasses? The Gabriel glasses, our favorite wine
Oh
glasses.
my God, I love that question.
Yes. So it's an interesting question, Daryl, because nobody is selling the Gabriel glasses in Canada, I think, right now, unless they have like super old stock. They stopped sending them to Canada a month or 2 ago. There were some kind of problems with their shipping company. I don't know exactly. They're trying to figure out a way to store them in Canada so it's easier to get them around here and not, breaking on the way. Anyway, so no, we don't have the Gabriel glasses right now. I don't think anybody in Canada does, but I did reach out to them to say, hey, like we can store them. We can take some off your hands and send them to our members. So we'll see if there's something we can pull off in the next month or two.
Yeah. To me, that's a project that I would like to have on the go just after our 50th year anniversary, early July. If we can pull off a trip down at one of their warehouse and bring an inventory back in, like if we can figure something out, like Mira and I, we always mention it since the very first time that we tasted our wines in a Gabriel glass. It's my very favorite glass to taste. And like, I mean, I have no stake in that. I have nothing to gain to say that. I wish I was sponsored by Gabriel Glass, to be honest. I wish. This is my very favorite glass to taste wines, and it brings a tremendous enjoyment when I taste my wine and yeah, I would love to get into the distribution of Gabriel Glass. So stick with us, guys. We might have some good news on that front.
Meanwhile, Tracy's saying that there's some very similar ones on sale for $5 at Stokes. So yeah, if you are picky the way Carl is, like it took me years to find a wine glass that Carl really liked, and it was the Gabriel glass. But if you're not too particular, or if you're like me and you're like $5, $40, we're gonna break it anyway. I mean, but
it's like finding the girl you love, right? Like when you kiss dozens and dozens of girls, and you're like, yeah, and you get to that one, you're like, fuck yeah, that's what I was waiting for. So that was a little bit of my feeling. So yeah.
Nice.
Did I just compare you to a Gabriel glass?
Wow. Like it.
I mean, that's the gold. The gold. Yes, baby.
Thank you. I guess it's a big compliment.
Yeah, it sure is.
We do, Karen. Yeah, we break a lot of glasses too. I mean, they do get a lot of use. I mean, you got to think of it this way. Like a lot of people, they bring out their wine glasses once a month or once every 2 months. For us, it's like 3 times a day, 6 times a day. That's all we're doing. So sometimes I look at how many empty wine glass boxes we have. And I go, oh my God, we've broken so many. But
I know. We went through half of our inventory that we bought for that rosé, the rosé library. Yeah. Half of it is broken.
Yeah.
So it's 100 glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the curves. I agree. So the shape of the Gabriel glass is pretty special. That's always been the shape that you were looking for, Carl. But also, it's like a lightweight. It's a very sexy glass if you can swing it. Uh, but you do have to be extra careful with it, cleaning it and whatever else.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
really?
that's for
In the
sure.
gold,
And
you
one more special
yourself right there.
curated, one more special curated pack that we're doing that's going to go out tomorrow morning. It's from our winery of the year, Ontario Winery of the Year.
Yes.
I mean, did I spoke enough about Ilya Sanchuk today? I mean, we're spending the Friday touring with half of the day with him. His
Ilya.
Chardonnay is the highest rated wine in the whole Pan Canadian. He has his wine in the curated pack, and now we have a 6 pack, including two wines that are not available just yet. That we have. That's going to be released tomorrow. It's our Winery of the Year celebration pack with Leaning Post.
Yeah.
So this wine's going to be available. This offer is going to be available for a little while. So and that's going to be something featured to all of our new members as well. When you sign up as a new club members, boom, you're going to receive. They're going to receive that offer right out of the gate. So we want everyone to know that our members, you guys, have voted for Leaning Post as the winery of the year in Ontario last year. So 6 awesome wines, all rated at least 91 plus points, all the way to 94 plus. There's the 2020 Merlot in there. That is a 94 points. There's the new, brand new, just released a couple days ago, the 2022 Pinot Noir, not single vineyard, but the Pinot Noir Leaning Post at $35. I'd give it the 93 point. How's this wine last night, eh?
It
Open
was so
for
good.
6 days.
Yes, it was
Not
spectacular.
even air pumped. 6 days
No.
for Pinot Noir. Usually a Pinot will oxidize a little faster than others, and we had it last night. Which last
Yeah.
night was what, Tuesday night? We opened that wine last Wednesday for the
Yeah.
live. That's when I
Yeah.
opened the wine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's
yeah,
spectacular, isn't it? Age-worthy Pinot Noir and really delicious. Really
yeah,
worth
yeah, yeah. And also like that little $20, the 50 Chardonnay. I mean, you can't make that wine like at that price. This is Elia Sanchuk's skills.
it. It's a fantastic.
So yeah, so
Absolutely.
that's our new Leaning Post
Yes. Stop
Winery
selling.
of the Year pack. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't believe what time is it
Amazing.
already? Holy
So much going on.
jeez, it's 6:15.
Is it
That's
August? Yeah, we gotta
crazy.
go. We started late. But hey, is it August? Did you find out the date for our
August
Leaning Post party? It's a
22nd,
Friday.
Friday,
22nd.
August
Perfect.
22nd, uh,
So we'll be at
is
Leaning Post,
at
tasting
Leaning
barrels,
Post.
tasting.
We're gonna do a little like stations. Like we're gonna have a concrete station. We're gonna have an oak station. We're gonna have a stainless station. So we're gonna focus a little bit on vessels, and yeah, that's gonna be a really, 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 really fun. I'm just trying to get the exact date here.
Yeah, because I have my notes for all that, and we'll probably launch that tomorrow as well for anyone that's able to come out to Ontario. I get that many of you are already coming to the Pan Canadian, so you won't be able to make 2 trips. But
2025 calendar. Jesus Christ, try to sell it.
what are you looking for?
For the exact date.
The 22nd.
Yeah, the 22nd. It is the
Friday the
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah,
I wasn't
and
sure if it was the 15th or the 22nd. But
no,
you're
it's
saying
the 22nd. And on top of it, I got off the phone earlier with Al Dupuis. And if we want to do a little 5-year anniversary members red celebration at Vineland, this is on the table as well. So we can tag a few other fun things.
that's awesome. Jen and Mike want to go on the 22nd. Daryl's saying book it. Oh my God, you guys are party animals. It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome. Though now that's mean we might have to look for another B&B for that weekend as well.
Yes. Yes. And you
Um,
know what? I will see if that awesome one that we had near Rockaway
Golf course.
is
Yeah,
available. Although I think it was
this
pretty
one
booked
was a
up for the
free.
summer.
Yeah. But it's a little far from Leaning Post though. But
That's true. There is a really cool one near Leaning Post that I saw a while back. I think right on the lake. That might be cool. But
so
anyway, yes, it could be a fun weekend. Maybe that's the weekend, Carl Boucher, that we take a little zip up to Prince Edward County for a getaway up there too, because we've never done that. And these guys are going to go to Prince Edward County. It sounds like probably before us, and so yeah,
yeah, and we're talking with the Gunnarsson right after that. That they're planning also. They're going to be flying from Alberta to Niagara for the Pan Canadian, but they're going to go. They're going to go in Prince Edward County before the Pan Canadian. So we're going to book them with Keith Tire at Clausen Chase and that trail and that Carlo Estate. And
yay. Well, it sounds like there's a road trip happening now. I mean, Tracy and Jim are in. Daryl might be in with Sandy, Jen and Mike. I mean, it's happening.
so are we doing, because we're going to do the 5-year anniversary kind of things the day of the Pan Canadian. Maybe we don't do that and we do the party at Leaning Post, and the Saturday after we go to Prince Edward County all together.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about meeting at Vineland only as kind of like a, if you don't come with us to that tailgate with Brian Schmidt,
Yeah.
there would be another opportunity to do that later.
Yeah.
And it would maybe be free for anyone that's purchased those wines or something like that. But yeah, we can think through that. You know
What's
what?
going on, guys? What's going on?
Before Leaning Post. That could be before Leaning Post, like 1 or 2 hours before Leaning Post.
The what?
Right? So tailgating.
Okay,
Could be
yeah.
before Leaning Post. Anyway, just a thought.
Just
Or
a
on the way
thought. I
back
like
from
that.
Edward. There you go.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that was fun. What works best for you guys? Yeah, we'll figure that out. I think we'll announce what we're up to pretty soon. Like at least the event for Leaning Post we'll announce, and then we should really think that through, Carl, if we want to do Prince Edward County that same weekend or leave it to another one, right?
Yes. No. But yeah, I mean, like there's
Enough of
yeah.
wine. You're not telling me you are getting tired of tasting wines. You're not telling me that, are you?
Hey, listen. Prince Edward County, it's synonymous of Chardonnay.
Yes.
So I'm not.
You're telling me that
That
you're
was a
excited. Okay.
Okay, listen, look at that. We're spending a night with Elias Henchuk, which made
Yes.
some of the very best Chardonnays in the country. And the day after, we're zipping to Prince Edward County. I mean, I'm like a kid in the candy store here. It's Chardonnay weekend. It's cold climate Chardonnay all over again 2 months later. Like get out of my way, you guys. I'm Chardonnay up myself.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna bath. I'm gonna bathe in Chardonnays. I'm gonna take Thomas Batchelder with me, and I'm gonna fill the freaking truck with Chardonnays.
Love it. Yeah, include Monday. That's a great idea, actually, because you could sort of like start off your Saturday stopping by at Vineland, do a little bit of that tailgating, and then head over to Prince Edward County, do 1 or 2 wineries, check into a place.
When you mean 1 or
all
2
day.
wineries?
Well, if you're getting there in the middle of the day, it's 1 or 2. You have lunch at 1. You have dinner at another one. I don't know. The way we visit,
because I was just thinking we leave
now.
we leave the Saturday morning at 4 a.m. and we're there by 8, and after breakfast we open the winery. We can show like a pancake breakfast in Prince Edward County.
There you go. Now that's something that Keith could get on the griddle. You know, he's been dreaming about helping us do, you know, the salmon cook-off or something like that. So
Prince Edward County, a pancake breakfast in Prince Edward County with Carl's Wine Club. I'll freaking Chardonnay breakfast, pancake breakfast at Clausen Chase.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And if we do that, we are going to have to send a runner over to Quebec and pick up some fresh cheese curds. That's my only request. That's it.
I can make that happen. I can make that
Or have
happen.
one of our members from Quebec come and meet us in Peck and
bring
like
some
many copious amounts of fresh cheese curds that
There
have
you
not
go.
been refrigerated, so they squeak, right?
Do not refrigerate the cheese curd.
Never.
You don't.
Never.
Jesus Christ, it's sacrilege. Ever.
Sacrement. Chardonnay is an emotional support varietal. Yes. Yes. and we wanna be
Absolutely. It's like an hour with the psychologist.
Love it. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Well, this is reminding me that we also need to announce our varietal marathons. And is there an opportunity to do a varietal marathon in Prince Edward County if we're going there? I don't know. That's a possibility because we've never done something like that before, have we?
So I shipped all of the samples.
Why not?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's 3-4 cases. And yeah, I mean, fuck, that would be
3-4
cool.
cases. Haha. You're funny. But yeah, I mean, if you did Pinot Noir, that you wouldn't necessarily have 200 Pinot Noirs. It could just be like 40, 50, or 60, right? So
yeah, 60 is a good number. 5 cases, right?
Yeah.
And you keep it to 48 from outside of Prince Edward County, and you do a full 12 from Prince Edward County because we're there.
Yes. See, we're very good at ideating. Love it.
But if I go all the way there, like, why you just say Pinot Noir? Like, why did we just forget about Chardonnay?
Right. Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Because you're reading Daryl's comments and you're thinking Pinot and you're forgetting about Chardonnay.
Well, I just figured that you would want the Chardonnay.
Hey, Daryl, I'm not having beef right now, okay? Okay.
You want the Chardonnay sooner.
We need to get our 16-year-old back home. And it's 6:30. Geez, I have a Zoom call in 33 minutes.
Yes, to plan more of our trips. So it'll be a lot of fun. Cheers, guys. Hope you have a fabulous night. Thank you for supporting Canadian wineries.
Don't forget, we have the Pan Canadian Collector Edition Pack. Canadian wine lovers, see you next time.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's worth it. I don't think I put it in here. Did I put it in here? The
link?
Collector pack.
Yes, put it again. Put it again.
I'll do it real quick.
Again.
I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second to click on it. If you don't see it, I don't know. There's a delay.
Put it again. Come on again.
We'll see you guys next Wine Wednesday. Yeah. Cheers.
There you go. Cheers.